Hi, welcome back to another weekly update on the homestead. We'll get to the garden in a minute, but first, I think I'm about done moving dirt. I'm not sure how well the camera's picking this up, but this whole area had flooding problems, and honestly probably still does. I tried to plant onions here last year and they just completely flooded out and died. So I've been digging dirt out of my pond over there. It's about 8 inches deeper than it used to be, and moving the dirt over here. So I'm going to fill in that last little bit in there today after I record the video, and then give the grass time to recover, because you can see there's grass starting to come up through the new dirt in here. So hopefully this will all fill in and it won't be too horribly muddy. And over here there's actually quite a bit of grass coming up. Chickens are doing well. The door just opened, so they're coming out, and I've been giving them some watermelon on that plate, so that's why they're pecking it. There are 5 chickens. I'm not sure where the other 2 are. At least there were 5 yesterday. Yeah, there they are. Hi. Okay, let's get over to the garden. Yeah, she's scratching at that plate. Nothing there. I'll give him some more watermelon later today. Oh, the woodshed is mostly done. If you look over there, let's run over. I've got the sides up, mostly empty, so we can get airflow and let things dry. The roofing is on. I had to do it in 2 parts. It's not a straight across 8-foot span. It'll work. On the foundation, it turns out those blocks are 16 inches long if you count a 1/2-inch mortar joint. So there's a little gap there, but I don't think we're going to have significant issues with snakes getting under. And as you can see, I can stand in here and get stuff done without banging my head, even over here. I kind of like that. That's why this is so tall. I just didn't want it to deal with banging my head, potentially, while putting stuff in here. Plus, these are sold in 8-foot lengths, so I cut a little off the top, but it's not like it cost me that much to make it taller. Let's run back over to the garden. Getting some exercise this morning. Now, one of the sweet potatoes survived getting harvested and survived the rabbits and is slowly expanding. We still do have rabbits around here. They're kind of nocturnal, but we started seeing hawks around a bunch. So they seem to have found the rabbits, and we don't have as much as a rabbit problem as we used to. Now over here, we're continuing to get, you can see I kind of need to harvest the top ones. Basically, we're getting okra. I don't particularly like okra. My wife doesn't particularly like okra. It just grows well in the summer. And we aren't keeping up with harvesting it. And if you don't harvest okra on time, you end up with these giant things. And they're very woody, and you don't want to eat that. It tastes like it's chewy. Same with that big one. At some point we got to eat okra, but we'll probably cut these things off. The bell peppers, not sure if I can see pepper. We've got a lot of flowers on these. Looks like there's a pepper starting to grow on down there. So hopefully we'll get some bell peppers. Now, one thing worth noting is that's growing on a bell pepper plant. I'm pretty sure that's not a bell pepper. Same with those. I think we got some Serrano DNA in these. The Swiss chard is continuing to grow amazingly well, and I continue to be a slacker harvesting it. As you can see there, I have cut off a bunch and been running the dehydrator like crazy the last few days. Oh, came out. Same with over here. Now, you'll notice a bunch of wood sitting over here and over there. I'm working on building some new raised beds. I'm using... We'll have another video with details on that. But basically, it's a 12-foot long 2x8. I bought 5 of them to build 2 raised beds. and had Home Depot cut them in half so they're in 6-foot sections. And I'm going to use that 2x4 just to kind of give them a little meat when I screw it all back together. I just kind of laid out one of them where that's going to go. Hopefully I'll get one of those built tonight, and maybe tomorrow I'll get a second one. It's probably going to get put over there, and given the season, that'll probably get full of onions. This might get full of onions. I was originally planning to plant carrots in here, but I just haven't got around to it, and I like onions more than carrots. Now over here, I need to water these again, but as you can see, I've got a huge number of peppers developing. Nothing ripe yet, and even a lot of flowers still on these. These are a mix of Thai chili and serranos. The seeds were. They get huge amounts of wind coming across here, so cross-pollination in this mess of peppers happens a lot. Now, I have noticed a lot of my peppers are just falling over under their weight. That's got a lot of peppers at the top. But as you can see, that's just fallen over. It's not well supported. I'm not sure if I'm going to put cages around my peppers next year or just let them do their thing. But that is a huge mess of peppers. Now, this bed I cut down, tried to plant beans in and left some of the cherry tomatoes growing and cut most of them off. They seem to have recovered. I haven't got fruit out of them yet, but they're still growing. And down at this end, these really yellow, unhealthy looking things are probably old peppers that came back from the roots after I cut them off. Oh, what a mess this is. So this bed, this closest plant is an heirloom tomato, and I'm never going to do heirlooms again. Well, at least probably not heirloom tomatoes again. This thing's all over the place. It's got a lot of dead on it that I need to clean up. I just haven't got around to. But not producing very well at all. I think I've got 2 tomatoes off this, and both were rotten. If you continue down the bed, we've got eggplant. These 2 bushes are eggplant, and as you can see, they are producing flowers, but no fruit. I think they're just getting absolutely overwhelmed by ants. If you look in there, there's insects all over it. I don't think I'm going to do eggplant again. Well, maybe it's a way to keep the ants away from the tomatoes. And then down here, we've got some more tomatoes. These seem to have recovered after the winter. I do have some dead stuff up here, but like this dead piece at the top, which looks completely dead, is actually feeding all of the and connecting that to the roots. And you can see I've got a little bit of flowers in there. So hopefully I'll get some more tomatoes this fall, but we will see how that goes. That's pretty much it for the garden and the rest of the homestead this week. And I'm recording this on Thursday. It's going to post on Friday. I'm going to have a really, really busy morning tomorrow, so pray for me. Also, if you're not already gardening, you should, because you have to wear a cool hat.